Welcome, Mamta Kulkarni.
Yeah.
Um, where were you? People are looking for you, and when you're back, people are already looking for Mamta to be cast in their film. What is Mamta's take on it?
It's like, you have become, it's like a milk. It's churned into yogurt, and yogurt has been churned into ghee. And now to ask the ghee, that people still want milk. And are you ready to become the milk? It's like that.
There's no intention of going back to cinema at all.
Seriously, I have no inclination to go to Bollywood. Absolutely not. There's no second thought. There's no second doubt. But the whole point, people think that how come somebody who looks like this has anything to do with spirituality. The whole point is that I've really undertaken last 23 years of a very severe austerity, penance you can say, to attain my spiritual heights, to attain my omniscience to omniscient, and from omniscient to omnipotent state of awareness and awakening in me. And the point is that, and when you do that, it's like asking Buddha, if you go, and Buddha did that, he came back to his wife to meet her. But since with so much of severe and arduous penance, there was no desire for any type of copulation, any type of being with the woman for any other thing, but just to say, listen, I've come back, but I hope you're in good state, because he had a son, he had a wife, he left when he went for his austerity. The same with me it is, right now I'm okay, I can say hi, hello to people, I can be a part of some spiritual debate, or if people want me to have a discussion on something on neutral, because I'm a neutral person, and I think anybody who has done anything to do with spirituality, anything to do with meditation, anything to do with higher meditation, or has attended any higher meditation states, they will have no inclination for extremities anywhere, in any part or any field of life. So I've come with a middle aspect, because when I started my austerity in meditation and spiritual path, I had really dived too deep. It's like, when you have to get those pearls, oysters, and pearls in the oysters, you dive. The divers, they go straight down, and that's how they get these pearls, So same is the path of spirituality. When you have to attend yourself, when you have to attain something.
But you can be spiritual at the same time, you can be worldly also, no?
Yes, I am worldly. That's why I come. When I reached a particular heights of meditation, I didn't want to live anymore in extremities, because my whole path was full of extremity. I'd done lot of things. I'd given up like I gave lot of foods. I didn't eat. I was following a lot of austerity, because that's what you need in the beginning stage of meditation.
The change kab aaya, Mamta? When did the change come?
Actually, it happened it was from the beginning of my birth. Like I already mentioned in some of these other interviews, that when I was my mother was delivering me, and my grandmother was, she was just lying. She got a little bit of sleep, like at 4:30, and the Divine Mother, that is Parvati, she came to my grandmother's vision in the morning at 4 a.m. saying that she's coming and give this child her name. And I got a name that is Padmavati in my ears, and actually she is the Yamai. Yamai means there is this temple of Yamai. She is the form of Mahakali, and she is our Kuldevat, and her temple is in Satara, So, and lot of things happened from my childhood, like many things happened, and I was to always, if I came into Bollywood, I had always doing too many spiritual things. I should do a lot of pujas. I have to do a lot of abhishek. I used to do a lot of meditation before I could go in the shooting in the studios, before I could start my film. Like you see this thing right now, I'm wearing this. So this is not new. This is not new. This is from my Bollywood itself. I would do my puja, take the sindoor, put it and go in the sets, you know. And a lot of time people have made films and songs just seeing me the way I would come from the house. And so this is not new to me. Today it's become a fad, you know. We are Hindu and Amharic, you know. This is more like a fashion more than being anything to do with spirituality and religion, you know.
Is there an actor in Mamta still there? And
No, I'm really not prepared to accept any offer from the Bollywood. I'm really not there. So it would be a waste of fruitless journey for anyone to come and really attempt that.
but Ata, if I'm going to Marathi, but if at all somebody comes and tells you, and Mamta, does Mamta want her story to be told to the world through cinema in a very
See,
way?
actually, I had an offer from Netflix. I had an offer from Netflix 2 years back. There were some people that gave me feelings. Even besides Netflix, there were 2-3 people who came in pipeline to ask me whether, because they wanted to make a film on me, because it was, see, I gave 1-2 couple of interviews before you, and I told them my journey is exactly like Buddha. So a lot of people took offense. How dare you, you know, compare yourself to Buddha? I said, when I'm comparing in the sense that even he left his father's palace and luxury, because father had kept everything for him, so he should not ever think to get out of the palace. Yet he was given a lot of women's, he was given all the wines, he was given all type of like where, you know, he should not feel to, everything was at his disposal. In spite of that, because he was born for a particular cause, his one day thought came, that thought itself is a god. He let me go out. I'm too tired with the luxury that my father is displayed in front of me. He goes out, and one by one, a lot of things unfold. He sees a diseased man, then he sees a death in line, and he asks and he questions, am I going to die? Am I going to fall sick? And when he realizes his life is what he was shown by his father in the palace is all nothing but an illusion. So his mask just gets out of his life, and he goes for finding the truth of life. So exactly what happened to me. I was in the Bollywood. I had done 48 films. I had 40 films in my hand.
That's when you went, huh?
I had a lot of concerts. I had a lot of world tours I've done. I'd seen everything. I had 4 passports. I had 10 staff. I had 2 cars. I have everything with me. And still that, I realized, and very quickly I came, like 93, 92, 91. I went, my very first film was a Tamil film. My very first film was a Tamil film, and the director was S.A. Chandrasekhar, who is today the father of the superstar Vijay in Tamil. And that time he was not going through a very great period, but my film did break all the records to the point that people had literally tattooed my name on their hands, and for 1 year the film ran. Then second film I did was a Telugu film. It was called as Prema Sikaram, and there was so much of craze for me in my second film of Telugu that people literally built a temple on my name in the place called Nellore in Andhra Pradesh. And third was, I came to Bombay and I did Ashikawara. My first year was Ashikawara, Tiranga, Waqt Hamara, Bhukam. All did well. Then 94 I had Krantiveer. Then 95, in fact, I had 7 films that were, and all did well. Andolan was a hit. There was Sabse Bada Khiladi that was hit. There was Karan Arjun. There was Ahankar of Mr. Mithun Chakravarti that was offered to me that time. And again that did well. Bekabu did well. Ghatak did well. Naseeb did well.
No cases, were there issues that time when you left?
There was no issue that time for me. The whole point was that I got my spiritual master, and he was in a very severe seer. I mean, he had practiced a lot of austerities in Himalayas and all that. And these type of saints don't come like in your Bombay style. They come from the Himalayas. They build their kutis in Khopoli type of, the exterior part of Maharashtra. And he would come there. He would dwell there. My father used to go a couple of times to him. So he would tell mums, go there one time whenever you're shooting in Khandala, Lonavala, go and just meet him. So one day I happened to meet him, and I should tell you this, while I was shooting, like I said, I shot so much, and I should travel a lot for my shows and all. So as you say, Naki, everybody's the signs of person being on this earth for a particular reason. You can see that marks in the childhood, the signs in the childhood. So sign was like that I was to go travel all these places. My first feet on the airport would be straight to the bookstore. I would pick up these 4 or 5 books always with me, which were not of acting, which should have been acting, dancing, how to speak my dialogue. It was more about spiritual enlightenment, path of enlightenment, autobiography, Yogananda Paramhansa, all big sages. I'm reading them, and it was very fascinating to me. So when I met my seer, I met my guru, I said, I want enlightenment. And I used to think that time, because that was a stupidity, that was some like a fag that was going on, where they would say that you sit in a tree down and some apple falls and you enlighten, somebody just took and you get it. No, it's not that way. So my guru came, he gave me a mantra, he gave me a mantra, and he gave me a small betel nut to be put in my neck, and he gave me a mantra in my ear. And then everything happened. Then he told me, you'll get some visions, you'll get some divine visions which will take you to the path. And slowly I started having disinterest in Bollywood, because I'd seen everything too quickly, success, superstardom, and that, emancipation came from within me, that I should be living everything. And slowly I can say I was disinterested with a lot of stuff. Then Navratras used to come, and I was a follower of Shakti, Mahakali. So I used to do vigorous tap 9 days of Navratra. Even while I was in Bollywood, I would tell my security, you should not let anybody come for 9 days. All the phones were off the hooks, and I would deep down meditation. As you say that maybe there were some lives of mine which I must have done meditation. I was getting into this high intensity meditative states very quickly, very easily, very early. But I needed to go more deep, and I had to be without all these distractions of Bollywood and all these people. So I went to Dubai, and between 2000 to 2012, I gave up everything. I didn't follow anybody of mine in Bollywood. I left them there, and they're like, you raise your marks, you raise your impressions. Erase your impressions. Exactly, I did that. No contact, and I dived down quite deep into my meditation. Meditation is like that. The journey of meditation is, and it is not just meditative. I did Raj Yoga. It's basically Bhakti, Dhyana, Dharana, Patanjali, Ashtanga Yoga. So all these is lot of, in fact, even if I give 25 years and I find myself, there's so much more to dive in, so much more. You see people, sadhus are sitting for years. They don't want to get up, because such is the world of spirituality. In fact, when I attended some higher states of samadhi, I used to think, why people are busy with this donkey stuff which they have to leave. One day life will be snatched from them. They're busy collecting all this bullshit. I can understand you buying one apartment. I can understand you want to live in a beautiful place. One should. If somebody wants to enjoy life, they should. But this part of world, this part of meditation and spirituality is, it's like an ocean. The more you go deep, is more deep, more deep, more deep, and so much is there to get that even I think several lifetimes can be less. Law of karma takes its own due course. It really takes a due course and it comes in full circle. We say na Hindu में कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मां फलेषु कदाचन मां कर्म फल हेतुर्भुर्मा ते संगोस्तव कर्मणे. कर्म करो, फल की इच्छा मत करो. उसने किया, जिसने किया, शायद just see that the thing that he has done to me, whoever has done, thought that my name should be in the case. Just think about it. Why would I do it in the first place? There's always, when you want to know something about truth, first thing is you have to ask is why someone will do this, for what. I was a superstar. I had 10 staff. I had 3 properties. I went out to do any small stupid thing like opening this here and there. I would get money, come back. I did not do anything. You do this for what? Drugs you do for what? For money itself, right? Why would I throw Bollywood out?
But that thing changed your life, no, Mamta?
Which one?
The issue changed your life?
Of course, it did hamper me, did take my moral out, but I went in more vigorous stuff. Then I fought for myself spiritually.
And your family?
Yeah, my parents were no more. They all passed because I take a type of a vow that till I don't, my things don't fall right, and I will not come to India. That's why it took me 25 years. Actually, between 2000 and 2012, I had followed a complete brahmacharya vrat. I had even given up garlic, onion, because that is what most of the spiritual path is about, because you need that in the initial stage of a meditation if you want to reach to that level of diving into the awareness of spirituality. So you need to give up a lot of things. You have to give. There are times I went without food for months, years for months without food. Then at 2012 there was a Kumbh Mela, because I had reached at the pinnacle level of my spirituality and meditation. That unfolded. I got something from divinity. I came back in the Kumbh Mela in 2012-13. And 2016 to 24 again I dived into more higher intensity meditation. And I went to very extreme stage of that meditative state. I went to the Siddha Avastha state. Then I said I should come back in the middle path. That's why I'm wearing all these things. I don't want to wear the typical robe that the spiritual people wear, which
you did
I
wear
believe.
that for some time, no?
Sorry?
You wore the robe for
Yeah, I wore it for some time. I wore it and I moved also. But I was thinking, I don't need it. Because I'm a liberal. I understood through yoga. I'm free from inside. Why I should be bounded by one attire? Why should I be bounded because I'm a spiritual, because I'm meditative? I do a lot of things, I've achieved a lot of stuff. Why I should be stuck to one attire or to look in a way so that, and I'm not interested that people should come and touch my feet or to worship me or something. Yeah, I have attended some knowledge through my extreme meditation, and I have attended some wisdom, lot of wisdom. I have seen lot of you can say weaknesses in the public, in the people's thought. I've seen a lot of small mindedness of human beings. In small things, they will have a lot of these small things in their mind. So I've come to just brush that, because when you say, no, I'm enlightened. Enlightenment is not just about doing meditation. It's also to become like God Himself. And we are all His. If you see a liberal woman, again that's God. If you see a woman who is...
How do you define liberal?
Liberal is like somebody who can drive a car, someone who can take her decision without a fear. Fear should never be. You should never take a decision. You should never take. You should never take anything in the shadow of fear. Everything should be in the fearless state of mind. You want to eat, eat. You don't want to eat, don't do because you want to please some father-in-law. Don't do because you have to please some samaj. Samaj is not part of you. Society should be they should be part of your life, not you for them. And because they are not ready to sacrifice, people will all lead their life. You do your own life also. You do your dharma, you do your artha, you do your kama, you do your moksha. Do all the 4-5 pillars. Do everything in mediocre, do in middle. Don't do extreme anything. If you don't have the perseverance and you don't have an intention to do anything in spirituality, be in middle path. Enjoy life, do meditation. And that's what I've come here for. And you have a liberalistic mind of thought process you should have through everything in your life. Don't force anybody with your viewpoints. Don't force you because you don't like that is bad. Just because you are wearing a white cladded sari doesn't mean the people who are wearing something like this are rascals and they have nothing to do with spirituality. Don't underestimate a person just because of his robe. Actually, कोई preparation नहीं था जय माँ काली के लिए. Actually, the director was Mr. Chini Prakash, and he's quite notorious dance director, by the way. He called me for the rehearsals, and on the set he just changed all the steps. I mean, he's quite famous for that. It's worse to go to a rehearsal for Chini Prakash. It's pointless. You should not be going also, because he will go for rehearsal. Next day you will see everything different. So it was interesting, and I'm always good at my work, so no problems working with any of the choreographers.
I just met Rakhi ji in Goa for the festival, and of course she's not very worldly now. She's also a little cut off.
Yeah.
Any memories of working with Rakhi ji? What the scenes with her?
No, we had scenes with her. I had a little bit of bits of song, and if you see, I have a couple of scenes in that with her. She's nice, good lady.
You have been a trendsetter. मैं आने से पहले किसी friend को पूछा कि that one thing I should ask Mamta. I mean, she has been a trendsetter, but it is a controversial cover. Anything to do with she has set a trend. Tell me about that cover if you want to talk about it.
No.
Tell me, how.
See, I was very young. I was almost 18 or 19 and vulnerable, innocent. If it is like, telling a small kid, do this, I'll give you chocolate. It was like that, It doesn't matter. These are all small mistakes. It happened when you are so vulnerable. People can take advantage of you.
You were called the bold and the beautiful Mamta Kulkarni. How did you take that statement?
I loved it that time. It was not something great, but actually everything suited me that time what I wore. And today those clothes are today worn, which I have worn so many years back. If you see every of my photo session, they were like today's. People will think it's today's girl. Because, I don't know, because a lot of things, like you see, I should not be saying, but my father was having a lot of Catholic friends. And as I told you, my mother, my grandmother got divine this from my,
divine intervention.
Yeah, like Adi Shakti came in her visions that she's coming. So my father had some lot of Christian friends, as his friends those years. So we were even put in convent school. I was studying in St. Joseph's Convent, and he had a lot of Christians. So he used to get a lot of these Western movies. Every time he would get this Demi Moore, Sylvester Stallone. So when Stardust people came, they came with a Demi Moore photograph. And I was thinking, I'm a Demi Moore. And she's looking so beautiful. I said, I will do better than her. I didn't know. See, a child doesn't know what is an exposure. An innocent person doesn't know what is, because she doesn't know what is sex. Only when you know what is sex is, then you get conscious that you are exposing. If you see kids who are walking in the house without clothing, these, the small kids, they don't know. We think because we are adult, we see this nudity with sex and we say, oh, you're going nude, you're not watching it. Child doesn't know that. An innocent person who has never, and I was a virgin that time when I was in Bollywood. So I didn't have nothing idea, and I was in a girls' school, St. Joseph Convent in Juhu. It is a girls' school. Everything girls. The bus guy used to come to pick up all girls school, and straight Bollywood. I never went to college, so had no mixing with the boys as such. So
पहला boyfriend कभी आया life में?
No, leave about that. It's not that. So I want to say, and plus nobody discusses that those years. Parents were not discussing sex with kids and all. So where will I know? I was thinking I'm looking Demi Moore, I'll look like her. Fancy dress competition.
You were that hot, everybody wanted you on the cover.
अभी क्या मालूम है fancy dress competition. अच्छा, best part, if you see the cover, if you see that cover, okay, you will not see cleavage. You could see nothing in that cover. It is just that I have done this. So you don't see anything. But this just the thought that I've covered it with this. But this, you don't see cleavage, you don't see anything. Just the thought that she's not put to cloth, but she's covered it with her hand, but she's still covered it. You know?
You like the Mamta of those days, or you like the Mamta of today?
Today.
What is
Today.
What is one thing about that Mamta you liked or disliked that you can talk about today?
Vulnerable, innocent.
Did that work against you, Mamta, ever?
Yes.
Right?
I was innocent. And you can do anything with an innocent person who has not seen life. Because I was very protected, I had a very protected childhood. I would, I had a bus coming down straight to my building, dropping me back to school and school to back to house. We had Sundays, my parents took us in the car, got us back one Sunday. Had a very secure life, and then I happened to have one friend who came from Jamnabai to St. Joseph, and we became friends. And one day I slept in a house, and she says, "Mums, there is one pub that's just come next to my house called Go Bananas." He says, "Can we go?" I said, "Come, let's go." First, I didn't know what was pub. I said, "What is pub, Nicole?" She says, "No, we go and dance there." I said, "Yeah, come, let's go and dance." She says, "No, my father is out and he's damn strict." I said, "So?" I said, "We go down for ice cream and I take you there and we come back. But you have to tell, he will not believe me." I said, "Okay." And she took me to her father. In front of the father, I said, "Uncle," and he was wearing a specs and he was like, "Yes." I said, and my parents and me, we are like friends. I don't know what is to lie. So the moment the uncle looked at me, he says, "Yes." I said, "Uncle, there is a pub just 10 minutes from your house. And Nicole says, it's a beautiful pub. And she wants to take me there to see it. How is it? Can we go?" And he looks at his daughter. He says, see how she is. See how honest she is. I bet you would not, you would say something else. You will not say it is a pub. You will say we're going down for ice cream. So next thing I go to the pub. And I happen to, somebody sees me in the pub. Next thing, N. Chandra's people came searching to me in my house. I'm just saying, when it's a destiny. They came asking, there is a Godfrey Phillips cigarette factory just at the end of my house. it's like big lane and there's a cigarette factory. So they asked, there is some girl like this, looking like this. They said, yeah, go there. So they went on asking, there's a girl who looks like this. Well, yeah, go to this building. They come to my building asking me about me in every step, and I'm quite surprised how many people must have observed me to tell them exactly where I'm staying. Because I was quite a head turner those years. I used to walk even, and best part, I was more like a tomboy. So anything my father needed, Mamta, go and get it. Mamta, going, okay, I'm going. We need bread? Okay, fine, go get the bread. So that's how they came to my house. And my father says, no, she's in school at 9. No way she's has an inclination for the Bollywood. That's how it started. My journey just started like that. Then one more offer came. Then I had an offer from Manmohan Desai, Ketan Desai. They wanted to introduce. Somebody saw me somewhere and somebody is coming in my house. Again, this second people came in my house. So every time I had people coming for me, then me, actually I didn't have to go to people. People saw me and they came. People saw me and they came.
Your songs also were like, everybody talked about those special numbers that you have done also.
Yeah. Some of my numbers did do well. Because I was a dancer, I did a lot of dancing, like I said, and now I'm into a lot of meditation, spirituality. I did put a lot of hard work in Bollywood before I came. I was Bharatanatyam dancer. Then I joined Western dancing just because at that time, those years, it was more of the Western dance was in demand. So I did all that. I put a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. Without all this in any field, you don't go anywhere. And I was dedicated, very punctual. If somebody called me 7, I was 5. Meditation, good life. I'm very health conscious. I do many things. That's what I would come to share also. Actually, I had no inclination to come back. I asked, I call Mahakal and Mahakali my parents, so I asked them why I should go. I'm seeing a lot of people share their opinions about spirituality. Everything everybody said. I said, what's left for me? And what I have done in my spirituality, whatever the penance I've done, the austerities I've taken, a lot of things, I've done many things. I've done hell of a lot of things to attend in my spiritual path. I asked my parents, who is going to do what I've done? What you want me to go and share? Then I attended between 2016 and 2024. I attended really good. I really carved an absolute niche in the path of spirituality, and I've come with that state of mind to share a lot of things. Come in the middle path, middle state of everything.
You have best of both lives.
Best of both life. Best of both life.
One last question. What do you have to say to your detractors then? Because when you left the country, a lot of things were written about. What do you have to say to them? A lot of maligning also happened, Mamta. I remember that because I was part of the industry then also. So what do you have? Then one last thing. What you would just tell your detractors? जो तुमने लिखा क्या था क्या नहीं था? तुमको कुछ बोलना अपने मन से बोलो.
There's a lot of shit about me written, which is nothing to do with truth. And I just want people to know one thing. Do you have any conscience? Because then you don't spread wrong thing about people without knowing the facts. And please don't do it. Because there is law of karma. There is a law, and I want to talk to the people itself. There is a law of karma. There is a law of karma. And you have to pay everything what you do. You malign somebody, you will be maligned. You talk shit which is not the truth, you will be talked shit about. People, there is everything you have to pay back. There's nothing that goes uncounted. There's nothing that goes unaccounted. You will pay for whatever you do. So there are a lot of shit about me written which is not truth. Like I can say about I'm married, my husband is Vicky Goswami. No, I'm still single and I'm not married to Vicky, and please remove all that shit that's written.